You don't need as much water to make a cotton crop, and that's what it's going to tell us. I look for your 3 and 4 gallon per minute to really be the most efficient way of moving forward. Behind us we got the 3, 4, 5 in the corn. This is a Dyna-Gro 58 VC37, which is a 118 day that we put here. That product actually won every plot in this field last year, all 9. So very, very high yielder. It looks just as good this year as it did last year, so we expect a lot of good things. Moving over to the corn trial, everything from this turn row south on the south half is going to be your 3, 4, 5 program. This is a 3rd year for it, and we kind of flip-flop them around to make sure we're getting a good even look at it. Really good information for us. That way we can go and fit varieties, and I know every variety has a specific place. It gives us a good indicator of what varieties work best with what gallons per minute, and I think we've learned a lot about, especially my lineup. I've learned how to position them, but we've also learned about everybody else. And as you can see, you can look down this row, and we've got 14 different varieties there. We've got 2 Pioneers, we've got a Channel, we've got a DeKalb, we've got a Norfolk King, excuse me, and I've got some of ours in there as well. But it teaches our guys and everybody here how to position products. And one thing that I've seen most of all is you can see these are averages on the 3, 4, 5 for the last 2 years, and it kind of teaches us some varieties do a lot better with more water, some do better with less. One thing I've learned with Pioneer and some of your DeKalbs that's got your more fixed ear, they tend to do a lot better once we get to the 4 and 5 gallon per minute. They really kind of fall back on the 3s, and it teaches our guys how to position them on what farms compared to what gallons per minute you're looking at. So really good information. One thing I will be very proud of is Dyna-Gro has topped for the last 2 years, it's been the top 3, 4, and 5, and that's a very unbiased deal. We plant it and we walk away. So we're very proud of how we've done out here, and I think we've got a product that fits just about any environment or any gallon per minute. Talk about varieties real quick. I'm going to touch on 2 or 3 that I think that are significant in our lineup. Number 1, the 58 VC37. Like I said last year, that won every plot that we had. It won the 3, 4, 5, both of the nutritional plots up here, and it won the drip. So that thing is a really good high yielder. It doesn't matter what gallon per minute you're on or fertility program, it does good. The 55 VP77, that's a 115 day that we've had out for 4 or 5 years. That actually won the National Corn Growers Yield Contest here in Texas last year on the irrigated at 316.8 bushels. So very proud of that. It's been in the top 1, 2, or 3 in the Dumas in the extension trials over the last couple of years. Dyna-Gro has really built a pretty good rapport over the last 5 years in this area. We've got some excellent products at work. Moving on down the list, we've got a couple smart stacks that fit where we have rootworm problems, and we've actually got a lower tier 113 day, which we planted on the outside to kind of get beat up. It's a really good tall silage dual purpose. We kind of discount the price of that for somebody who needs a full flex or thin population. So without getting too deep in all of these products, if you're interested in trying something, get with our CPS guys. We'd love to sit down and kind of introduce you and teach you, show you which varieties will fit best on your farm. John, I'm gonna turn it over to John now. If there's any questions about your corn, give me a shout.
All right, guys, talk real quickly. Very similar to what we had over at the cotton. We had the new description versus the grower standard on the north half of this field. Seeing kind of the same type of deal. We counted a lot of kernels last week. Did a lot of counts. Looked like the new description was going to be about 20 bushels higher than what the grower standard was, and that's pretty much what we counted last year when we did this as well. Water savings, we got the exact same water efficiency on the cotton as we did the corn, so we see a 22% efficiency. Last year we're looking to see that here. When we come down here and look at it, we look at all of our water use efficiency across all of our trials. have these are across all the area in corn. So we can see we got a 22% on the 3 gallon, 29% more, and 23% on our 5 gallon trials that we have scattered out across Texas. If we look at it overall, you can see the amount of water savings that we have. So 2.5 inches, 4.5 inches, 4 inches. So we get a lot better water use efficiency by putting those nutrients, using Nutriscription, putting it where that nutrient needs to go. Let that plant be healthy, not guessing at what we're trying to do here. So using the same type products that we use over on the cotton, your Carbon, your Black Label, Radiate, all these products, putting those nutritions where they are, using the technology that we have, the biocatalyst, using the organic acids to help buffer those salts, help increase our CECs, and get a better crop using less water.
So basically what you can say by looking at this chart, and it speaks volumes, and it's kind of what I've come to the conclusion after the 3rd year. When you're dealing with corn, 4 gallons per minute is pretty much your most efficient gallons. I think once you get to 5, you overwater. I think some of these varieties that we're using can't handle 5. It's a waste. And that's good information what we're trying to get with this water board, with this plot. It's coming up with the most efficient gallons. I think 3 gallons is probably going to be the best for cotton. I think 4 is the most efficient on corn. And we got several years to paint that picture, and this right here really tells the tale as far as that's concerned.
Anybody have any questions about what you see up here, about the varieties, or what Nutriscription can do, the things that we're looking at?
The highest count I found last week, 58 VC 37, 4 gallons per minute, it counted over 300. So we got a really good corn crop here this year.